If you are here receiving this message, then you are meant to be expansive. You are meant to open your heart space. You are meant to change your frequency. You are meant to channel all things. You are meant to be a limitless being of which a future that is beyond what we have ever experienced. If you are hearing this and you are seeing this message, then you know that this was brought to you and this was on your path because you are something greater than what you've ever been told of what you can be. And so, if this is the first time you're finding me, hello, I am Candace. I am here to channel multidimensional beings and anyone who is wanting to step forward and speak through me to you. If you are receiving this message in this moment in time, know that this was brought to you because the universe wants you to know your ability of your love, of your heart, of which it can express is so much bigger and more open and expansive to what it's ever been. And what you are walking into in this moment in time is that your world is shifting and changing in such a rapid way because the Earth's frequency is shifting and changing. And so your being, your human vessel right now, you are experiencing headaches, you are experiencing tension all around here because your body, your vessel is actually changing its frequency. And in changing its frequency is opening your heart space. It is opening your heart to the limitless way of the future of what we're meant to step into. And so if you are feeling in resonance and you're like, this is exactly what's happening, if you've been in this fog and you're up and down, you're feeling this electricity that's happening within your life, you're feeling the shifting and changing, and then the weight of needing to recalibrate and slow down and allow your body to find its new equilibrium in this, then this is exactly for you. And that is because that your vessel, your human body is changing in frequency. And it's because the world, the new earth that we're stepping into is one of unlimitless love. It is what I see and what I call it is the rose gold city of love, where we love in its wholeness, we love in our divinity, we love others in an unlimitless, expansive way to what we've ever received love. And so if you feel that your body is going through this heaviness and this fog and you're feeling tension that's happening, really what's happening is your channels are opening more so that you can communicate more directly with the multidimensional beings and all that surrounds us. And the angels that are here in this moment in time and wanting to speak to you is know that your love is so beautiful and whole in itself. And if you only soften your heart and allow it to move through you open, then you will receive a love of which you've never known before. And if you only just soften that chest, drop your shoulders, just let your heart expand as though everything is moving outward and open and allowing the flow of energy to move more freely through your heart, back and forward, allowing you to receive, but allowing yourself to pour into your own heart space in its unlimitless potential. And so if you're hearing this message, know we are meant to tell you this and you are meant to be here in this moment in time to feel our energy, to feel our loving divine energy that surrounds you and know that our hands upon your shoulders. And if only you just softened and you release and you let go and allow your heart space to open and receive all of which that is loving is surrounding you, but also to receive the love of which you could give to yourself and to your vessel. And so all the tension that you feel on your chest right now is only your resistance to this openness of this love. And if you feel the tightness within your chest, the tightness that sits here and the density, it is only your contraction and tension from the limitless and open, expansive love of which we are here to tell you to open to soften to allow to flow more freely to. And if you feel the push and pull and the resonance of this message, then you know that this is what your heart truly desires. Your body truly desires for you to connect and allow it to move more freely through you. Allow us to speak freely to you. And in order for us to be able to divinely channel to you, then you have to allow yourself to be open to receive and allow the messages to flow, not interpret them, not allow your ego and your humanness to get in the way, but just allow to receive with flow and ease. And so if you're feeling the tension that is happening within your being in this moment in time, that is only because your soul is calling to you and your body is calling to you to shift and change. And you must hold that new energy and not contract away from it, but allow it to be and allow yourself to be in this new frequency. And that is when you're going to shift and change and walk into the new earth of which we're all talking about. Into the divine love, the rose gold love, where it's limitless. And that is where your being is meant to receive. It is meant to receive in its wholeness. And we send you so much love, and we hope you receive this message and allow that to permeate through your heart space and illuminate the cells that are waiting to be awakened so that you can receive. And we thank you for receiving and allowing yourself to hear this message in this moment in time, because you are beautiful and divine and whole in itself. And if only you knew your true wholeness, and then you would love unlimitlessly to yourself, and you would realize that the love of which that you desire to receive, it only can come from within. And that is the place of true openness of your heart, is when you love yourself in its wholeness without resistance. And that is the love that we are all meant to receive. The love of limitless within ourselves. And I thank you for hearing this. A beautiful, beautiful message from the angels, from Archangel Michael in this moment in time for you. That was what he wanted to share. That is what this message is for, is understanding the world that we're stepping into, the expansion and the changes that's happening in this moment in time, the earth that is changing in frequency, and how we are meant to love ourselves wholly. And it was never about anyone else having to love us. It was only ever about ourselves, which is so perfectly, they always package everything in the message so perfectly, but it is what we're meant to feel deeply in this moment in time. If you have been going through physical challenges within your body, if you have felt this tiredness, this heaviness, this fog, know that you are one of the beautiful humans that is meant to be here to shape and shift your vibration. And if you are experiencing headaches and tension and this heaviness and just this weight almost upon your body, know that that's just you walking through a portal and shifting and changing, and your body has to recalibrate to these new energies. And so if this is what you're experiencing, if you allow yourself, what they're saying right now, if you allow yourself to soften, then the tension will release. If you allow yourself to just give openly to the divine, then the tension will release, and you will not experience the headaches of which that you are, and you will not experience as challenging of the symptoms of this energetic portal that we're moving through. I'm interpreting what they're saying. So that's what the angel is telling you. If you release and let go, if you just soften your energy, you soften your being, you soften your chest, you soften your shoulders, you soften your face, you just allow everything to just be more open, then you won't experience as challenging of physical symptoms as we've stepped through this portal in this moment in time. And if you are feeling challenged by that, or confusion of like, it almost like I'm picking up on as you're hearing that it's like, but how do I do that? Okay, so apparently I need to explain how I do that, because that's going to help you understand. So when you're hearing that and you're saying that's easier said than done, and how the hell do I do that? What that means is when I feel those symptoms of my body changing and my energy field changing, what I do is when I feel that tension that's happening, I almost just like imagine just like letting all the muscles and everything just like soften and let go. And I notice that the tension melts away as soon as I just like feel where it is. Say it's the back of the head. I almost just like imagine that all just like softening and it like expanding in a way. Like almost imagine the tissues just like melting away or softening and expanding away from each other. And in that, and that's the same with the throat, is what I'm feeling that's coming up for a lot of you listening to this today, is when you feel that throat block, that like lump in your throat of what's happening, just imagine almost like your throat softening. And like almost like imagine, or you could imagine like an energy portal, like a channel. And just allow that to like extend out. And as you like extend it out, it will just soften that sort of lump in your throat, which is blocked energy. So what's happening as I'm feeling it in my body, of what's happening for you who's watching this, is that you're feeling that lump in your throat, and that is a blocked throat chakra. It's very hard to talk. It's a blocked throat chakra. And what it is because you're going through changes within your body and your vessel and your frequency, and you are expanding in new ways. You're not sharing your truth. And so you're not sharing from that place because you're still in this push-pull of being like, but that means scariness and people are going to see me for their truth, and this all comes back to the heart space. Because when we aren't sharing our truth, we aren't allowing others to love us, and we're not loving ourselves because we're afraid of that rejection. And so a part of that is that we're rejecting ourselves. And so in that lump that you feel when you're not sharing your truth and that closed throat chakra, just like almost imagine it just like soften and let go. And it just takes away a little bit of that tension that's held in there. And to really fully release this is just sharing your truth, stepping into the uncomfortable, stepping forward into allowing people to see you for who you are. Exactly in this moment in time, doing this it's actually so scary to channel freely, to allow angels and those to speak through me. That's scary. That is scary to allow people I know to see me in my truth, because it's not something I share because I don't impose who I am on anyone else. And so I don't just always just talk about channeling and what I'm receiving, because not everyone's ready for it. And so even just doing this is me actually being more connected to my throat chakra and being more open by just being exactly who I am in this life. And it is a journey. It is a journey because in truth, the reason that we struggle so much to share our truth, especially in this space of being really divinely connected to things that are outside of what you see, it is because we were never meant to be connected to this, because that is not what they are wanting, because this is where you step into your true power. And when you step into your true power, that means that you are not able to be deceived, and you are not able to be manipulated by those who want to keep you exactly where you are. And so stepping into this space and allowing myself to be my limitless, multidimensional being that I am is not without fear or uncomfortability. In truth, there is, but I am choosing to step forward through that. No matter what is coming up, I'm allowing myself to step forward and allowing myself to be exactly who I am. And this is what if you are still here, this is what you are meant to do. That knowing that you're still going to feel the uncomfiness, the fear, but you're meant to step forward no matter what. And that is when you really open that throat chakra. That is when you really allow that to be more free, is when you just step forward and you say that I know that this is scary, and I know that this feels uncomfortable in my being, but I am here anyway, and I am going to allow myself to step in it no matter how uncomfy it feels. And that is when you find freedom. That is when you just open, you realize, because in truth, once I'm here, I'm like, this is amazing. This feels amazing to allow myself to just be me. And the idea of the fear of me stepping into what sets my soul on fire and connected to my power, which brings me so much joy. How silly to be afraid of that. How silly is that we are afraid of others rejecting us, because in truth, even if someone didn't like it, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I am going to be me, because it is what my soul, my heart wants of me. And it makes me so fulfilled and happy. And I don't need anything from anyone, because I give that to myself. And in that, I can feel my throat open. And in that, that's where you are feeling, when you step into that, that's when it's going to be more open, and your throat chakra is going to be open, and it's not going to be as closed and blocked when you just step into the uncomfy and allow yourself to just expand and be no limits, and just step into the world exactly who you are. And this is exactly what the angels are wanting you to see, is me going through this and understanding what it truly feels like as a human to experience it, because they send us messages, which is so beautiful and simplistic in a way, but yet there is so much to the human experience that is so blocking us. And when we see others and we hear their story, it makes it so much easier for us to illuminate and step into our story, because what you are here to do is unique to you. And when you step into that, that is when you don't experience the same tension and contraction within your body, within your vessel. Your heart opens. And when your heart opens in an expansive way, that is where unlimitless potential is going to come. And that is where you're going to step into this new world, this new energy of what I said in the beginning. It all ties together so beautifully. The rose gold city of love, where we love unlimitlessly, where we just love ourselves and each other with no limits, and it is just expansive and beautiful and whole. And I thank you, beautiful souls, for being here with me. If you're still here listening to this, I thank you, because this allows me to step into my truth and share my gifts with you, so that you can choose and see that someone's doing it, so that you can choose to step into your gifts and allow your being to soften. And when you feel that tension, just imagine the muscles and everything just melting away and moving away to allow more expansion in your body. And this feels very closed and whole. And I thank you, beautiful souls, for being here with me. And I send you so much love.